Today, we're going to be talking about one of the biggest problems that traders have, which is greed. What's up, you guys? It's Keith from Stock Hours here, back again with another educational video. Today, we're going to be talking about greed. How do we overcome this as traders? So this is one of the biggest struggles that I see a lot of new and experienced traders have, and it comes and goes in your trading career. You can do everything you want to completely get rid of it, but just know that every single mental process that you're working on when trading is a constant battle. So not saying that you can't delete this from your mindset, but just know that it's something that you're going to constantly have to work on. The same thing as anything else. Going to the gym a couple of times is not going to make you fit forever. But when you go consistently and you work on the same things over and over again, it will get a lot easier to just not even think about it. So one of the reasons that we see greed as such a major player in the problems that traders have is because whenever you're trading, it's not like any other job. Most jobs have some type of output that you get from working all day, whether it's building something, whether it's serving people, whether it is just building a company in general. Trading is solely a money-focused job. So it's very easy to get greedy while you're trading, because whenever you're trading, if you're not teaching and you're not doing anything else, the end result of trading is you work, you make the money, and you're done. You really haven't benefited anybody else. You're really not doing anything other than just focusing on how much money you're making. So obviously, it's very easy to get stuck in the trap of getting greedy when you're trading. We'll go ahead and talk about the downsides of greed in trading and how you can overcome that. So obviously, when you're trading, you want to make as much money as you possibly can. But as a beginner trader or anybody that has a realistic goal for their account size, should be focused mainly on consistency. The times where you find trouble is whenever you have a $2,000 account and you're expecting to make $500, $600, $700 a day. Now, obviously that $500, $600, $700 a day goal is 100% achievable. But with that account size, you need to be a lot more realistic with your trades. If you're only focused on hitting that money goal, you're never going to get there, because all you're going to do is set yourself back. You're going to hit stop loss after stop loss after stop loss until you get one huge trade, which is what we're not going to focus on. We want to be focused on the overall consistent growth of the account. That's going to get you to the point where you're at those types of days. So I know this was a struggle I had when I very first started trading. I was always trying to aim higher and higher and higher, even though my account just wasn't there yet. And it set me back a lot more than it needed to. Instead of focusing on the consistent base hits, I was always trying to focus on finding that one big home run trade. So those home run trades are definitely something that happens, but they don't happen as often as you expect them to. So be prepared when you have a great setup and a great target and the trade plays out perfectly, but you need to be realistic the other 99% of the time. So once again, one of the big problems with aiming for these home run trades is your probability of stopping out on these trades are going to be a lot higher than if you're just focused on the consistent base hits. Because if you're aiming for a huge target on every trade and you're not taking profits on anything other than that huge target, you're going to hit your stop loss 99% of the time. Another way that greed works its way into your mind whenever you're trading is because once you've been trading consistently for a pretty long period of time, even if you're an experienced trader, you're going to start wanting that rush again that you used to have when you very first got into trading. And that was another time where I noticed greed worked its way into my mindset. Whenever I first started trading, every single trade that I took, no matter how big or small it was, I got an adrenaline rush every single time. Now, I didn't realize that when I finally lost that adrenaline rush, that's when I had really found my consistency and really started being able to grow my account. So, not realizing that, I let greed slip into my mind and I started making the same mistakes that I did whenever I was a beginner trader. The reason for that, once again, is because whenever we see bigger numbers, obviously, we're going to be more excited for the short term. Even some of my biggest days trading, I look back at those and yes, they were cool, but did it affect me overall in the long run? No, it did not. So the thing that's going to affect you the most in your trading career, once again, is that consistency. And like I said, a way to overcome this want and need for the adrenaline rush would just be understanding the fact that consistency is always going to be the number one grower in your account. So whether it's just because you're a complete beginner and you have unrealistic goals, or you're an experienced trader who is, once again, just trying to find the rush that you originally had when you got into trading, you need to stick away from these problems. The best way to do so is devise a plan. You need to have plans for your trades every single time you enter and exit a trade. And I know we talk about this in almost every single video, but it really is one of the easiest ways to solve almost every problem that you have. Now, another way that I would say that you could very easily get rid of this greed is by sizing down on your position sizes. Either size down when you're originally entering your position, or practice scaling out so you can actually hold to your realistic targets. And then you can start to understand how these stocks really move. You can know what to expect off of a certain breakout or breakdown if you have consistently traded it for a long period of time. You know what types of moves it can bring you, and then you don't get these unrealistic goals of what trading can be. The last thing, which once again we talk about in almost every single video, is you need to be journaling your trades. If you're not journaling your trades, you're not going to understand when you are just having bad trades or when you're getting too greedy. If you start noticing a trend in your trades where you're just stopping out over and over and over and over again, you'll probably start to notice that your targets on these trades were way too unrealistic and you didn't keep the proper risk management while you were in that trade. So if you guys want to start improving your trading and get rid of the greed whenever it starts to kick in, definitely try out these steps. Be more realistic with your trades. Make sure that you have a plan. Don't look for an adrenaline rush because you do not need one. Once you don't get the rush when you're trading anymore, that means you're in the perfect spot. So I hope this video helped you guys out, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Once again, focus on that consistency, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.